So we are in Northern California, specifically the Bay Area, a little town called Menlo Park. A couple miles away in Mountain View, you have Silicon Valley, self-driving cars, but then kind of nestled in the middle of all this is just this little Menlo Park town. I love it so much. We are going to one of my favorite places in town, Country Corner. Growing up, I used to stop in very often. Sister! Since 6th grade, this is one of my best friends. Erica Athens, everyone.
Abby in 6th grade. Every lunch break we had, it would be me and our other girlfriends would be watching Abby school the boys.
To be able to crush the boys like in the mile or to play with them, I just feel like I pushed boundaries.
Abby is the only girl, obviously, in the family, and Sue has relied heavily on Abby to do certain things. It's a completely different bond than most families.
It's like more of like a sister, like
bond
than like a mom.
100%.
I don't know if this is safe to say, but remember when she took us TPing?
No, yes, I was gonna bring this up.
Like, I don't know if that's like a legit thing,
Yeah.
but she literally, I was like, Mom, yo, we gotta TP this house. Like, this kid deserves it. She was like, let's go.
As a little girl, as a kid, Abby was always active. When I went for my very first ultrasound, the tech said to me, wow, you have a gymnast in there. They are kicking and twirling. And I said, oh, brother, what am I in for? When Abby was younger, we moved quite a bit for work purposes, and it was difficult.
I was born in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We then moved to Maryland, and then we moved to Texas, and then we moved to California. Moving so much as a kid was really hard. I would have to arrive in a new place again and again, and I just remember crying and having it be like the worst thing ever. Stability is very important in childhood, and we didn't have that. Soccer was the haven for me. It made me feel kind of like the most alive and at home.
When all the kids are going out, it's like a herd of cattle running after the ball. And there was Abby. She's scanning the field. She'd go in the group. She'd get the ball. And all the kids, then the herd would turn and follow Abby down as she would score. The beautiful thing about that can't be coached. That's totally natural.
When I shut my eyes and went to sleep at night, I dreamt about being able to play soccer for a living, go to a World Cup, play for the US. I've wanted this for my whole life.
When we hit Menlo Park, Abby was in 5th grade, going to be going to middle school, and there comes a point where it's difficult for kids to travel around. So I really wanted them to be able to plant roots and have a launching pad, and Menlo Park was the perfect spot for us.
We move into this tiny but cute house on this, little cul-de-sac on Nancy Way. This cul-de-sac is kind of where I was formed and forged. For someone like me who was very anxious as a kid, Nancy Way was this cocoon in a way, sense of security. The neighbors would all come out to play knockout games. I think I'm the reigning champ of knockout on Nancy Way. Not to toot my own horn. The coaches, when I first got to Menlo Park, said, oh, we see potential in you. You could be good, but you're not there yet. Soccer took over my life. I had this vision of being great because people thought that I could eventually be great. And so I really started to believe that. And I worked so hard. All I wanted to do was be on the field and be with the soccer ball and practice and get better. This is where I worked day and night on my soccer skills. You name it, I was doing it out there, juggling, passing the ball. The World Cup happened here and you didn't even know it. We are on Sacred Heart's campus where I went to high school, and I have so many great soccer memories here, winning titles. Hi, how are you?
Great, how are you?
Oh, nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Congratulations.
Maya, thanks.
Abby first got on my radar from a parent of one of my players who said, have you seen this girl? And I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And he invited me out to watch a game, and it was clear within 15 minutes that this was the best player in the area. Every single photo you see of Abby looks like she's a Roman statue. This sort of picture of perfect physical movement or a perfect touch. Abby was like that from age 14. The year before Abby came, we were 0-14 in the league. By the time Abby was a sophomore, we won a championship. We didn't lose a game that Abby started in the playoffs. She scored 5 of our 6 goals and then finished the last 15 minutes playing center back. Go score the goals, come back. She shut down the game. She's a closer.
To be able to impose my will on the game and be able to, attack and score those goals and then to go back into the defense and defend is really special. I was just having so much fun and I was playing with confidence, but I think that came from having fun and just having zero fear.
Abby's really not, she might come across as really confident, but she's really not confident. She's gorgeous, but she's like, I'm not pretty. She's a great athlete. I'm not fast. Yes, she is. She's extremely talented. She's beautiful. She's smart. She's funny. And she doesn't really think it.
It's been really hard to learn that lesson and to work with this critic in my head consistently.
I'm going to tell you why I believed and I pushed Abby, because when I was younger and I played a sport, I let the self-doubt stop me from continuing to play. And I think if I look back at my own life, I think that is what my daughter's not going to quit.
I've learned to, always find the confidence and the power to keep driving on. My life lesson is just to have fun and find the joy of the game, and I think that's how I really quiet down that criticism in my head. During the national anthem, I'm thinking of things that I need to remember to be doing in the game. I have words of affirmation for myself. You're good. You're so good. You're badass. Be confident. And I think of the little girl on Nancy Way juggling the ball and getting in touches and putting in the extra work and all those hours to be there.